Eli, let's get your initial reaction. How does it feel? How does it feel being a champion?
It's unbelievable. Seriously. It's something we've been I've been working for since, 4 years ago when I walked in the gym for summer workouts. And now that it's, it happened 4 years later, it's like we manifested it. Like we said, we're going to do this, put our minds to it, and that's what happened. It was unbelievable. I'm like speechless.
I think a lot of people looked at that score from December and said 30 points, this isn't going to be a game. And what did you guys do differently, and where did confidence come from to come out and do what you guys did tonight?
The two guys next to me, the other 17 down in the locker room, and 5 coaches, an athletic director, a trainer, and all of our support. Teams have bad games. We had some injuries, we had some illness, and we knew that wasn't the kind of basketball we played. And if anything, it was kind of a wake-up call for us. And it's very possible that outcome then, the outcome playing against them in the summer league, losing that, the outcome again losing them the last time that we played in another fall league, led to the success that we had today.
Zach, I think I was by far the fewest points they scored this season. Was there a certain number that you were looking to hold them under? And what kind of made you guys so effective defensively tonight?
I said we were going to win 65-57, so I've been telling them that for a couple weeks now. But it really just goes back to our assistant coach's game plan. It goes back to the players executing the game plan. But it's about just desire. We really take pride in our defense. And we thought that we had a good scheme going in, trying to limit touches inside. Transition was the main thing that we talked about. They like to get out and run. They have a spurt, it seems like every game, where it's a close game, then they go 12 in a row on you. And we really talked about not being able to do that this time, because that's what we got caught up in last time. So I give these guys all the credit in the world, just the way that they were able to handle them, slow them down in transition. The ball pressure was excellent, and then trying to crowd that paint every time and not allow them to get a second shot.
Eli, I don't think you had a basket till the fourth quarter. How do you stay in it? How do you stay focused? And what can you say about the teammates to kind of come through in a game like this?
I've never really, cared about my points or anything like that. It was a close game, obviously, the whole game. It's all about confidence. I know I need to deliver for my team, and if it doesn't come until the fourth quarter, it happens. I had 4 other guys by me, on the court with me that, did their part and did everything. But we just had to stick to our defense, and then, we got a lot of points off of that. Limited them, and it really doesn't matter that I didn't get my first basket until the fourth quarter. I made a shot, and it was a pretty big one at that point.
Yeah, that 3 put you guys ahead, and you didn't trail after that. How big was your adrenaline going after you made that one?
It was huge because that was my first basket. It was good to see one go in, right? But it was huge, and then never looked back from there. Never trailed from there, like you said. And so it was a big bucket, and my adrenaline was definitely pretty high.
Was there a feeling that you guys needed some more scoring? You had to have some other scoring tonight with just the balance, with them really focusing on trying to take Eli away. Was that a feeling?
Maybe a little, but we have such emphasis on our defense and confidence that we knew if we weren't going to score, we were going to have to keep getting stops, which we did, so it all worked out.
What was working in the fourth quarter defensively? Because it seemed like you found something there.
I don't know if we actually found something. It felt like we were doing the same thing the entire game. What we just continued to say was, get a lead, get up on them. They have not been behind a lot, so we really felt like once we took the lead, we put a little bit more pressure on them, make them try to hit some shots, crowd them a little bit more, and we really emphasized no second shots. And I thought that was the big thing, that being physical, boxing out, just allowing one shot, that was the game plan all along, and we really executed in the last 4 minutes when we needed to.
Yeah, Zach, when I talked to you and I talked to Eli after the Central game, and we talked about North Hills, the first thing I think both of you said, we have to limit Royce. How big of an emphasis was that? And you have to feel you did pretty good, right?
It was pretty big, and I give a lot of credit to Russ and CK. CK started on him. Russ saw him more towards the end once Colin got in a little bit of foul trouble, but they did a fantastic job. I don't know how many points he had. I don't know how many offensive rebounds he had, but it couldn't have been much. It could have been a lot below his average. and I credit so much to them. They did a fantastic job, and everyone else pitching in to get an extra body on and help double down the post. But we did a great job.
Eli, you're the school's all-time leading scorer. The accolades are endless for you right now in this career. But where does this rank among the biggest games of your career, so far?
One. It's not even close. Not even close. Not even close. The WPIAL championship is huge. Everything, it's all I've ever wanted in high school basketball. Points really, that just came with it. So definitely, the number one.
Zach, can you, just the personal satisfaction, can you explain that? I mean, this is a team that you've been a high seed a few times and come up short. To be here as number 2 seed, come in here and win this, can you just explain the satisfaction for you?
I mean, every year I've been in Fox Chapel, our goal is to do this. And just because this was the first time we did it, I mean, it doesn't make anything less of the other years, but just so thrilled to do it with these guys. It was our mission. We were never afraid to talk about it. We never ducked from it. From our team meeting in the beginning, we broke our huddle. In November 17th, it was WPIAL or bust. And I think that was from the top, every assistant coach, down to a man. And losing that first game or the second game to them, might have taken a little bit of pressure off us, but we focused every day to obtain that goal, and we're the WPIAL champions.
Eli gets a lot of the attention, rightfully so, but does this say something about the balance of this team, not being a one-man team?
I think Eli said it the best. I mean, he gets the accolades, but he's the first to get his teammates involved, whatever he wants. The kid cares about winning. All these guys do. And that's why they're champions. Because they will put themselves and they'll put their teammates above each one of them. And it doesn't matter who scores, like Eli said, it doesn't matter who gets the credit. It was just a group of guys, a group of coaches who bought in, who had a goal, and they achieved their goal tonight on the Peterson Event Center.
JP, you had 3 big steals. This one led to some fast break points for you, but as a team, how do you feel you guys did defensively on them?
I mean, great. Like you guys said, that was well under their average. And we had a great game plan, and we just had to follow through and execute, which we did. So
You said about a score in the 60s or 50s. Was there an intent to keep it low or no?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, 65-57 was a little bit of wishful thinking. I figured it would be there, but at halftime we walked in and we were like, this is it. Like, this is the game that we want. And even at 2019, we've been down the last 4 games at halftime, so it was really nothing new to us. But that was the game, the masterpiece that we wanted, and we knew it was going to take that effort to beat them because they're great coached. They have an excellent team. I mean, obviously, being undefeated says a lot. They were apparently in the toughest section, so that says a lot about that section too. But we knew it was going to take an effort. We knew it was going to take collective effort. And again, these guys did it.
Good.
Good.